In the last video we looked at bringing in pictures and straightening them and scaling them to the right size. In this one I'm going to look at taking this carved design and creating a memorial shape from this particular memorial that we can fill with realistic granite fills. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose the Bezier curve, and I'm just going to walk my way around the memorial to create the outline shape. So I'm just going to click and create some curves. When I get to this section here, I'm not overly worried about sticking to the edge. I'm actually going to make sure I stay inside the memorial and inside that carved section. So I'm just making sure I'm sticking within the carved section like that. And subsequently, we just draw some curves to suit the outline of the memorial. Obviously, you'd be probably a little bit more accurate than this if you're doing it for yourself. But for the video I'm just going to do a rough outline, and if I just fill that in black, you'll see that I've now got a rough outline of the shape of the memorial. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the actual memorial itself, the picture, and I'm going to go right click and edit bitmap. This is one of the cool features within Corel, that you've got the access straight into Corel Photo Paint. It's not as powerful as Corel Draw, but it's not bad. And it allows us then to edit images in sight, and then we just click finish editing when we're finished. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the freehand mask tool, and I'm just going to outline the carved section here, and this might take a little while, so you might well see this sped up. And we double click to finish. So once we've clicked around the object, I'm just going to zoom out so I can see the whole screen there. So once we've finished editing the cutting around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the selection that I have, and I'm going to paste it as a new object. I realise what's going on here. So once we've finished doing the editing, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom out, and I'm going to copy that bit that I've got selected by Control C, and I'm going to press paste, Control V, and you can see I've created this new object up here, which is just the bit that I'm interested in. I'm going to click the hide the background, and I'm now going to click finish editing, and that will save the changes onto the Corel Draw. I'm just going to pop back to the Corel Draw, and you'll see, albeit behind the object, I'm just going to press Control Page Up to bring that to the front. I've now just got the carved section of the design, and I'm going to move that so that it's over the points that I was drawing around earlier on. So I'm just going to move, let's just drop that snap down to 0.05, and then I can just move this a little bit easier. There we go. So we can see the carving now is fitting into the top section. I might need to just tweak the bottom. Yeah, a little bit. I'm just going to drag that a fraction just to make it a bit bigger. There we go. Press F4, and now you can see that we've got the memorial and we've got the carving, and the memorial is just a black outline. The next thing I need to do is to take that memorial, and I need to fill it with a granite fill. So I'm choosing the granite fill tool and filling it with polish. And you'll see that we've now got our carving, our memorial shape, and it's got a polish to it. It's got an outline. I'm just going to remove that outline by right-clicking the cross here. Right-clicking the cross will remove the outline, and I can now fill this particular memorial with various different shades of granite. So I'm going to go to the Memorial Designer toolbar, and I'm going to select the original design, which was Bahama blue, but equally I could choose a Balmoral red, or a cat's eye, or a black, and you can see that the design now looks like it's part and parcel, because of the way it's been carved and painted and things like that. It looks like it's part and parcel of a South African grey memorial rather than being part and parcel of a Bahama blue. The final thing that I need to do is just to save it in the right location so it sits on top of a base. So what I will do is I'll bring in a 2'6" base. So I'm just going to bring in one of those at the original position, and I'm now going to make my memorial sit on top of that base. So I'm just going to select the two parts of the memorial, and I'm going to drag that so that it looks like it's on top of the memorial. Again, if you've seen the layering one, I now need to bring the memorial to the front, so I'm going to press Control and page up, just so that it looks like it's sat on top of the base. And that is how you create custom memorial shapes. I would now delete the base and save this as my new memorial shape, and then I'll be able to bring it in from inside the trays, just by making sure that it's saved in the right location for the trays.